She disrespected you because she thought you were soft. Because you kept explaining yourself, justifying your emotions, seeking her validation like a beggar with no bread. But not anymore. From now on, I want you to do something different. I want you to go silent. Not just verbally, but energetically. I want your actions to speak in a language colder than indifference and more powerful than rage. Because nothing shakes a woman's ego more than a man who disappears, improves, and returns with eyes that no longer plead. You don't owe her your pain, your story, or your closure. What you owe yourself is the quiet power of dignity. And today, I'm going to show you 5 silent moves that make any woman regret ever disrespecting you. Watch until the end, because the 5th move is what separates the weak from the men who rise. And when you start using that last move, you don't just walk away from her, you walk into your prime. So stay with me. Let's rebuild your silence into strength. 1. The first move, go completely quiet. No reaction, no retaliation, no reaching out. When she disrespects you, the most painful thing you can give her isn't anger. It's indifference. Anger means you still care. Silence says she's irrelevant. You don't unfriend her. You don't block her out of spite. You simply vanish. And here's what happens. She starts to spiral. Because when a man goes silent after disrespect, a woman's ego doesn't get closure. It gets confused. She replays everything she did, searching for why you vanished. She scrolls through old texts, checks your stories, asks mutual friends, but gets nothing. And that nothing becomes everything. The silence screams, and in that quiet, her respect returns. Maybe too late, but it returns. Don't speak, don't justify. Let your silence teach her what your presence never could. 2. The second move, work in silence. While she's wondering what happened to you, you're in the gym. You're reading. You're grinding. You're building the version of yourself she never saw coming. Don't post it. Don't announce it. Let your glow up blind her in silence. Let the next time she sees you feel like a plot twist. You must understand. Women are drawn to growth. But when that growth happens without them, it haunts them. They wanted you to stay broken, to chase, to bleed out in public. Instead, you disappeared and re-emerged, carved out of focus, discipline, and fire. And that fire? That's the part she can't handle. Because now you're untouchable. Because now she knows. The version of you that begged for her doesn't exist anymore. If this hits, drop a bet emoji in the comments. And if you're building unshakable self-respect, hit subscribe right now. 3. The third move, redirect your energy. Most men stay stuck in the pain loop, thinking about her, stalking her profile, replaying the disrespect. But you're not most men anymore. You don't fuel her ego with your obsession. You take all that fire and put it into purpose. You start a business. You master a craft. You become the man your younger self would admire. And one day, when she hears your name in a room she's in, when your success echoes where your words once begged, that's when regret hits. Not because you proved her wrong, but because you proved you didn't need her to be right. There's no post louder than your progress in silence. No louder roar than the life she no longer has access to. The fourth move? Master emotional detachment. The old you got angry, reacted, cried, pleaded. But now, you feel everything and reveal nothing. You've mastered the art of letting people go without ceremony. You're not cold, you're controlled. And that difference is everything. She'll test you again. She might text. She might flirt. She might try to reopen the wound just to see if it bleeds. Don't respond. Don't entertain. Let her talk to the man she once knew, in her head. Because the version of you she disrespected doesn't exist anymore. She disrespected doesn't exist anymore. You've grown in silence, rebuilt in darkness, and emerged in armor she can't penetrate. Not because you hate her, but because you respect yourself more. And once a man truly respects himself, he becomes untouchable to anyone who once played with him. 5. The fifth move. Live like you were never hurt. Not bitter, not broken, just built different. You move forward with grace, not vengeance. You don't tell the world your story. You show them what strength forged in silence looks like. You treat the next woman with respect, not because the last one earned it, but because you did. You don't punish the future for the past. You've become the storm that doesn't announce itself. It just changes everything it touches. And when she sees that, when she sees that she didn't destroy you, that she refined you, that's when the regret hits the deepest. If you're serious about building, and if you're ready to keep walking the real path, the hard one, the good one, make sure you subscribe.